One, two, three. One, two, three. One, two, three. One, two, three. All right, we got the broadcast going. We're just a little bit early, and it's just a couple of minutes, but I just wanted to make sure that people were able to log on if they wanted to, and just be able to check us out. This will not be a long presentation. I gotta tell you, I love it, love it, love it. And I'm so excited about this new direction with the new movie. I'm still excited about my old movie. I don't want to make it sound like, oh, the HLIC movie is old hat, because it's not old hat. It's not time for me because the work that I've done on the Head Ladies in Charge movie is done. So this is the time for me to focus on the next movie. And the next movie is called The Rise of the Woman Entrepreneur. And so at 6 o'clock, if you're tuning in early, that's what we're going to be talking about. And that's what I'm going to be sharing on there. So this will be very, very short, very, very quick. And you will have to, tune in quickly, because by 6:30, I'll be out of here. I don't do the really, really long, the really, really long hangouts. That's tough for me. But it'll probably be fun for some people. They're fun when you're not in charge of all of the technicals. Then the long hangouts are totally fun. But when you're in charge of every single piece, whole different program. So I like to do them short and sweet. I like to get in and get out. I like to get that information and really share everything with people. So we're going to get started. I'm going to give people about 1 more minute. I have some very specific guests that I invited. So if you got the link to this, then you are on a list of people that we chatted earlier. I asked you if you wanted to be a part of this, and you said that you were interested. And so that's how you got to this call, got to this link. I also invited some of the ladies from the HLIC movie just so they could get a little bit of a piece of an idea of what's happening with the new movie. It's going to be informational, short and sweet, and you're going to be able to get back to what you were doing. So that's the main thing. Get it done and get back to what the heck you were doing before. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and open up my screen and go ahead and start to get started. Let's see if we can, make this happen. If you know anything about electronics, you know that it can be kind of tough sometimes. But getting together to share something online can be as close to getting together to share with people in person. The whole purpose of this presentation, if you're watching this presentation, I appreciate you giving me your time. It's going to be very short. It's going to be about 20 minutes. And the whole purpose is to really share with you about the new business documentary, Rise of the Woman Entrepreneur. And if you are interested in taking a step further and becoming a part of it, I'm going to give you the contact information at the end. Now, I'm going to tell you, this is not for everybody. It's really not. It's for some people. And it's not for everybody because of a few things. It's not going to be a good fit for some people where you are in your business. It's not going to be a good fit for some people because of what you do, what your personality is, and the way that you like to do business. So I'm looking for people that can bring something to the table and help this project really take off, and not just be a part of it and then walk away and we really don't hear from you. anymore. We're not looking for those kind of partners anymore. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can share my screen with you. And I'm going to go from there. So I'm going to share my desktop. See if we can make that happen. All righty. And this is it. I'm Dr. Letitia Wright. I'm the host and the producer of the Right Place television show. I'm also head of Showtime Media Academy. And Showtime Media Academy is where I train business people to be ready for TV and radio. Speaking skills are different than media skills, and so I get you ready for the media. If you're looking for me on Facebook, here I am, Dr. Letitia Wright. If you're looking for me on Twitter, here I am, Dr. Wright1. I'm also Dr. Wright1 on Instagram. And the new Periscope, I'm also Dr. Wright1. So you can find me on social media, connect with me that way. And the whole purpose of this is to share with you the overall vision of this new movie that I have going on. So let me tell you about what I just got finished doing. Why is Dr. Wright talking about a movie? Well, I produced the Right Place television show, and I've been on broadcast TV for over 14 years. My television show is nationally distributed on Dish on Demand to 65 million homes nationwide. I've done several documentaries, the last one being The Head Ladies in Charge, HLIC. And that was 33 women telling their personal stories of success and triumph after some pretty devastating losses. The stories are very interesting. And those ladies are taking off. We have a world premiere coming up in New Jersey. We're being considered for curriculum for college. I mean, there's all kinds of great things happening for all the ladies that have been in this latest movie. And the movie was just released last month. Here's some of my work. I'm going to show this.
When you have to make a decision that is going to take you from a situation that is known and horrible to the unknown, run. Run toward your future. Courageously, without fear. Run. I know the pathway.
I understand the transition. I am the transition.
My grandmother taught me to love people.
Girl, I am not available for excuses.
Get over yourself.
I had to overcome my fears for myself as well as my kids.
I am raising someone's future husband and father.
Champions aren't created in the ring. They are merely recognized there.
I have a battle cry.
Listen to the voice.
Get purpose now. I got my voice back. You deserve better. Listen to the voice.
I heard the word.
I found my purpose within my path. My pit is now my palace.
I changed my perspective.
I know what love looks like.
I understand my worth.
I know who my father is.
I know a good spouse when I see one.
I know heart-to-heart connections.
I never gave up, and I always move forward.
I speak life.
I see greatness in you. Yes, I see greatness.
I knew I was destined for more.
I spoke it into existence.
Arise. I know you have value.
Trust the process. The victory is getting up every morning. I can walk, I can talk, and I can do anything I want to do.
I am
the HLIC.
All right. Well, that's one of the trailers. We have 3 trailers for this movie. That's one of the trailers. And that's kind of some of the work that I do. So if you haven't checked out the HLIC movie, of course, you can find it on my YouTube channel. Everybody has a story. We all know that everybody has a story. But for speakers and trainers and coaches and authors, there's something different and new going on. Let me share with you where things were in the past and where they're moving to right now. Right now, you've got to have some blue drift literature. This means that you've got to be talking about something. You've got to be saying some things that can take to the sky and take off. That can be interesting and not just educational. We're not looking to put speeches on video or film. That is not what this is about. It's really about bringing something fresh, bringing something new, a new perspective, a fun perspective that can help you move forward. If you don't want to sound like, Me Too and sound like everybody else, putting yourself into a business documentary can bring attention to you in a different way than what you've done before. It can make you stand out. Here's some examples of what was going on. Back in 2006, there was The Secret. All of these speakers and trainers came together and they made this one film, and it took off. It just changed the whole world. Actually, this young lady in the corner here wasn't originally in the movie, but someone else dropped out and they replaced it with her video, and a star was born. Her company is now publicly traded. Lisa Nichols is a household name. She's taken off. She's had a couple of different TV shows. I mean, all of these people have done well, but she probably came the farthest in her career. It really made her stand out, and she got to tell her story and got to share in a way that really helped people understand where she came from and understand that they wanted to be her client. And The Secret was doing well. A bunch of other speakers wanted to do films like this, but what they wound up doing is they left out the part that you needed a real director and you needed to have a story crafted. And so what they all started doing is people started doing speeches on film. And so it got kind of played out. Do your real stories make a difference? Absolutely. 8 Mile, Pursuit of Happiness, American Gangster, Selma, A Beautiful Mind, Catch Me If You Can. All of these are true stories that went to the cinema and became huge blockbusters. But these are the lives that these people lived. And so the potential to go big with your story is awesome, but it can start with the kind of business documentary that I'm talking about now. The Blind Side, The Changeling. These two really featured women. The top 10 autobiographical types of movies on the big screen over the last decade, 8 have been about men and only 2 have been about women, The Changeling and The Blind Side. The rise of the womanpreneur, or the woman entrepreneur, is going to bring women business owners into focus, okay? Into focus. Does that make sense? I hope it does make sense, because that's what we want to do. We want to bring women into focus and really help them be a part of what they're doing. This was the first movie I did, the Power of Mentorship movie. Dr. Demartini, you can still get this movie on his website for sale, from The Secret. Marie from The Secret. Bob Proctor from The Secret. And all these other speakers came together, and that's, of course, me, a decade ago. All of these speakers came together to make the Power of Mentorship movie and help that take off. Now we're talking about the rise of the womanpreneur. Let me give you the vision of what the rise of the womanpreneur is going to be about. It's only going to have 10 people in this film, in this documentary. And what we're going to do is we're going to take people telling your before story, and then we're going to break into a nice interview style with your after story. This is where I am now. This is what caused me to rise. I know for everybody, for almost everybody, they would say, what made you get to the top? Well, God helped me get to the top. That's great. I want to know what you did after that. We want to give some practical steps, and we want to talk about something significant in your life as a woman entrepreneur that helped you to rise. So that's the kind of story, because we want people that are watching to be able to say, I can do that. I'm encouraged. I'm going to move forward. So that's what we're doing with the rise of the woman entrepreneur. You can be a part of it. You can be a part of it. I want to work with women entrepreneurs who are clear about their business, who know they want to go to the next level, who are looking for more exposure, but are ready to work on a team. Okay, I'm not looking for prima donnas. I'm not looking for people that are coming to do me a favor. I don't need that. If you love this, if you love this idea of coming together, this is how it's going to work. We have 3 tape dates happening in Hollywood, California. You're either going to come out in December 2015 or January 2016 or February 2016, and then we're going to start on the post-production. We've got 3 lovely locations set up. You don't have to bring anything but yourself and your clothes. You're going to do your makeup and you're going to do your own hair, but you're going to come, you're going to be comfortable, you're going to be you, and we're going to have this great interview. Everything will be crafted for you. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be a very easy interview because one of my gifts is that I can sit across from you and make you completely comfortable and get the best out of you. Then we can go back into edit and really make it pop. So we're looking for 10 women, and you're going to have about 8 minutes on film. It's going to be a 90-minute movie. Okay, a 90-minute movie. You will have access to the digital package, and you'll get 1 copy of the physical DVD. Now, this isn't for everyone. Let me just tell you, in the next 30 days, those 10 spots will be filled. The 10 spots will be filled. If you love this idea, if you love this concept, if this is the right time for you, then I'm going to tell you how to get in touch with me so we can talk about it a little bit more. I'd like to hear your story. I'd like to hear what you bring to the table. And I'd like to hear how we can possibly work together. If you don't love it, don't worry about it. Please allow people who do love it to have an appointment with me. There's 2 ways that you can get an appointment. The fastest way to get an appointment with me is go to rightplacetv.com/speak, and then you can actually make the appointment online, because what it'll do is it'll show you when my time is available to you, and then you can figure out what matches your time, and you can make the appointment. Or you can call the office, 909-235-9744. Call the office and say, hey, I'm interested in the Rise of the Woman Entrepreneur documentary. Please give me a call. Yes, you will get media training from Showtime Media Academy so that you are completely ready for this. This will not be raw footage that we just throw you in there. We're going to make you look good. We're going to tell your story in an interesting way. And we're going to help you stand out in 2016 in a way that takes you far and above anybody else who even considers themselves your competition. Again, please don't call me and say, hey, I want to, but I've got dinner plans, or hey, I only want to talk to people about this who are passionate and who love the idea. If you love the idea, let's talk. If the idea is somehow, don't worry about it. Like I said, we will have our 10 people in the next 30 days. So make your appointment as soon as you possibly can. Again, you can go online right here, rightplacetv.com/speak, or call me, 909-235-9744. We can talk. I want to hear more about you, what you do, what it's like to work with you, what you're bringing to the table, and how this can be a benefit to where you're trying to go. So I promised you that this would only be 20 minutes. It's 6:16. We're 4 minutes over. I'm going to go ahead and close it out. I want to thank you for your time. This has been Dr. Wright. This is about the rise of the woman entrepreneur. I'm going to go ahead and close out this broadcast and just say thank you so much. Time is life. So I totally appreciate that you spent some time with me. I never, ever, 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 ever take it for granted. You're awesome. Listen, just get out there, do your thing, be brave, and be yourself. Okay? Thank you. Good night.